Hey everyone, it is not good, of course. We know Sheffield United won, Arsenal nil. Very, very poor performance from Arsenal. I have to say, we didn't turn up. It was flat. Pepe missed a sitter, and he started to move, and it looked good. And it is what it is. All the negatives you could have picked out just had to happen today. Good for Sheffield United, to be honest. Like, they played like a unit. They played like a team. And they were chopping, changing defensive formations within the game. I mean, from 5-3-2 to 4-5-1. Like, they were moving organised. That's one thing we haven't been lately. Or the last 18 months. Or maybe even longer than that. Like, I'm sorry, but the manager has to be called in question. And I've said it on one of my previous videos. Like, I will sit on the fence and all that, etc. Like, I'm just tired of it. I'm just not gonna be fake to you guys. Like, I'm just tired of it. I'm not seeing nothing out there. And I'm not going to be the one to say, oh, Ozil should have played. Maybe it could have been. I'm not saying that at all. Because it could have been worse with Ozil there. It could have stayed the same with Ozil there. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't know that. But again, more reason for him not to be there is another mystery. Regardless of that. And again, like, let's just get into it. So guys, just let me get composed. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, of course. Share it. Share the content. It's always nice to, get the views up and help the channel, guys. Do you know what I mean? And leave your comments. It's always nice to hear from everybody. I want to hear good feedback or bad feedback or whatever your thoughts are on the topic of discussion. So let's just get into the game. So we lost, very flat, very lethargic. Let's go through the team. Bert Leno was in goal, Callum Chambers, Socrates, David Luiz, Kolasinac. Midfielders, Joe Willock, Granit Xhaka, Matteo Guendouzi, Nicolas Pepe up on the right, on the wing, sorry. I did say up top in my preview, apologies for that. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang through the middle, of course, and Bukayo Saka on the left. Now, I pretty much got most of that team right, barring picking Kolasinac and Socrates and Xhaka. And funnily enough, I'm not saying all of them were at fault, but they weren't good enough today. Given the fact Socrates did have a penalty claim, I did feel VAR should have checked that, but it is what it is. We've seen decisions where the referee overturns decisions when there's shit on camera that just basically tells you something else. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We just get over it. I'm not going to sit here acting bitter and throw my toys out the pram, because I'm not going to sit here and say the team weren't doing well, because we wasn't. We wasn't at the races today. In times that we tried, wasn't sharp enough. I thought Pepe missed the opportunity of a lifetime to finally get going, like I was preaching in my preview too, but he missed the absolute sitter. That's just what it is. We got to deal with that, guys. And it'll take time. I'm not gonna be out here saying Pepe out and all that jazz. I'm not gonna disrespect him in that. It just takes time. Again, there's bigger things to worry about right now in terms of the direction of Arsenal Football Club on the pitch, because I've questioned it for months. If you'd even go back to last season, during the times when we're getting battered, and the reasons why we didn't even get into the Champions League this season is because of the way the manager's been setting up the team, and things have still been continuing to be this way. And again, no identity, no force, no drive to stick into the team to get them out there. You're not picking the right guys. It's as simple as that. there was nothing really wrong with my team that I put out. Maybe you could have dropped, maybe you could have put, no, personally, I didn't think there was anything wrong with my team. Maybe you would have swapped Ceballos for Willock. Maybe would have, do you know what I'm saying? I did go with that in my original preview, but that video didn't make it because of the sound difficulties. But I went with Willock anyways. Willock did okay, but, you know, he didn't really look too great. Do you know what I'm saying? But nobody looked great. Apart from probably Pepe. Let's be real. He missed a sitter, but he has done quite a bit in the game. Matteo Guendouzi. Do you know what I'm saying? Again. And let's just get into the goal. Now, the goal, I have to say, is questionable as hell. Who was marking the striker? Bert Leno was basically playing two roles, a centre-back and the goalkeeper. What is going on? Like, seriously, we had David Luiz, Guendouzi, Kolasinac, Xhaka was marking the front post, and no one could pick up the striker. No one could protect that now. Oh, it's fine. We get everybody else. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for a team that went out and spent large amount of money in the transfer window. And I'm not disrespecting Sheffield United. You're telling me you can't do nothing. You're telling me... Look, I'm going to stay composed. It just wasn't good enough. Let's just get back to the match. It just wasn't good enough. So, you know, Callum Chambers, he did all right, but there were times where he just kept overrunning it. There were times where he should have put Pepe in. Sometimes Pepe had to come inside to let Chambers run onto the ball. And then once Pepe got the ball, Chambers weren't getting the ball again because he weren't giving the ball to Pepe. And this is what I was saying. No one's helping each other out. And I feel like the manager has not set that into play. And I know I keep hearing Tierney and Bellerin and when they come back and holding and that. But I'm sorry, we've seen it in the Europa League, but we're not seeing it in the Premier League where it matters as much as it does as the Europa League. Because the Europa League is a cup competition we could get ourselves knocked out of, potentially. If we keep acting like this. Do you know what I'm saying? And funnily enough, in the Europa League, we're doing good. So why are we not seeing that Europa League form into the Premier League or anything like that? It doesn't make any sense one bit. And even so, like, it's just, I really don't know. I really don't know. But again, like I said, for me, I'm actually done with this sitting on the fence. I'm not on the fence anymore. I'm standing on the pavement, waiting for the bus to take me to find a new manager. Because I'm sorry, Unai Emery for me is not taking Arsenal forward. If he's going to continue like this, it could potentially get worse. Now, I'm not being toxic and all that crap. You can save it in the comments if you want to think I am. I'm just being honest. Yes, we're third by chance. Now, let's be real. If Manchester United were not acting like how they've been acting like, they could potentially have a manager who spent more money. They could have been doing better than us. Chelsea are doing better than us. They are on a transfer ban. And they're doing better than us. Do you know what I mean? And what, our rivals, Tottenham, yeah, they're behind us, but they were in the Champions League final last season. Do you know what I mean? If they got their head out their asses or whatever, had any problems with them, they could have potentially been doing better. Leicester City are doing better than us. Teams I've said to you leading up to the beginning of the season that I said we got to be fearful of. Unai Emery is clearly not thinking about this. Again, we saw the scenes like this against Everton away last season where we lost 1-0. Frailties in the midfield. We know there's frailties in that defence. We went out and bought defenders and we're not playing the defenders. It doesn't make any sense. You've come out and said the man's fit. The man didn't play on the pitch at all. Kolasinac was flat. Simple as that. Now, I'm sorry, guys, if you think I'm being negative and toxic. I love my club, first and foremost. And we all had our time with Wenger, etc. He had to go. We had to move on. Emery, we all thought, okay, give him a chance. I said last season, you know, I'll see how it goes. I'm not going to be proper at him, but we'll see how it goes. And eventually, I couldn't resist anymore. You know, the lead up to the end of the season was abysmal, and the end of the season was even worse, getting our heads kicked in by Chelsea and Baku. So, you know, this season, 1-0 to Newcastle, okay. Then a 2-1 win at home, which was kind of difficult against Burnley. Then we lose to Liverpool, 3-1 at Anfield. Then we come back from 2 goals down from Tottenham to 2-2. Then we was 2-0 up against Watford, who were bottom at the league. And I think they're still bottom at the league at this precise minute, to draw 2-2. Then we go to Old Trafford, where Manchester United pretty much was not really at the races because they wasn't sure what to do and didn't take as much chances as they did. And we looked a lot sharper than them, didn't take the bait. And we dropped 2 points. And we won at home 1-0. But let's not forget about the second half, because Bournemouth slowly started to turn up into the game. And we were lucky in certain stages. And look, we went to Bramall Lane, and for the second time in 13 years, we've lost. It's not good enough. And even listening to Patrice Evra and Jamie Carragher and Sky Sports and hearing the comments, like, I can tell Evra does respect Arsenal, but probably the Arsenal of old, the Arsenal, the Invincibles, you know what I mean? The old Arsenal. The last Arsenal, in the last 13 years has been poor. Let's be real. It's been poor. And it's not been good enough. We wanted change. We got change. It's not a good change. I always felt they kind of rushed it because Emery, his name came out of nothing. Do you know what I mean? It was a surprise. It was a mystery. Do you know what I mean? Now we saw the constant changes in the back room. Do you know what I mean? In terms of a director of football, and Raul Sanelli, Unai, and obviously director of football, Edu, as I just said, touched on. And we're bringing in players, but we're not playing them in their right position. It doesn't make sense. We have no style. We have no identity. This is the flattest Arsenal that I've seen. Even in our worst, you know what we're going to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Even in our worst under Wenger, and it only got really bad in the last 2 seasons. Do you know what I mean? Well, it was always bad, to be fair, but let's be real. Ever since we got knocked out the Champions League and started getting smacked up by Bayern and Barcelona, it just got really bad. But we stayed in top 4. Do you know what I mean? So, until Wenger's last 2 seasons, but it was the way it was. So, again, what do we do? I've said it. I've made my mind up on the manager already. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We definitely deserve to lose because we were spineless out there. We didn't try. In the first half, the second half, they allowed us to play like that. Let's be real. All of them sat. All of them sat. There's no excuses. I don't want to hear anyone say, flipping, do you know what I mean? Like, come on. They let us. In that second half, they let us have the ball. 86% possession. They had 10. And yet, when they went on the counter-attack, it looked more dangerous. Explain that one to me, please. Please. I'm sorry, guys. So, that is it, guys. And that's it. Of course, Sheffield United won, Arsenal 0. If you enjoyed the video, of course, or let me know your thoughts in the comment section, of course. Of course, like I said, share the content out if you like what I'm saying. If you don't like what I'm saying, also leave a comment. Let me know your feelings going forward. Should Emery be gone? Should he be sacked? How long would you want to put up with this? Would you want to keep up with Emery? Do you have belief in him? Do you think it's just a poor performance, etc., etc.? So, again, guys, thanks for checking out this video, and I'll be back with you with the Crystal Palace preview, and we'll see, because of course both teams have now lost, and both teams are actually, Palace are actually right behind us. How funny is that? And we're at home. And remember what happened last season. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace.